All right, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to take a closer look at a company called MULN Automotive, stock ticker MULN. This stock has been getting an unbelievable amount of attention, and it's had a massive run-up. What I wanted to do was just a little bit of a deeper dive and see what's really going on here. This is in one of the sectors I pay attention to a lot. This is a small cap EV company, and these guys were kind of off my radar, so I feel like I needed to do a deep dive on them. We cover the EV sector a lot, the large cap and the small cap mostly, so if that's content you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also, please smash the like button and feel free to drop a comment below. You will see in the pinned comment below a link to our free Discord. Let's get into MULN. All right, I'm in the middle of the trading day on March 24th. MULN is currently trading at $3.11. It's almost break even on the day. It seems to be taking a little rest the last few days. It just had a monster run up. You'll see if we go down here to the 52-week range, this thing got as low as 52 cents, and that was just a little while ago. So it's basically run from 60 cents up to $3. It was over $4, I believe, a few days ago. So extremely volatile stock, massively up. Ordinarily, I would stay away from a stock like this, but as I dug into it, it's actually still way off of its highs, and it seems to me that this stock could possibly still be very oversold, despite the 300 or 400% run-up that it just took in the last week and a half. So I want to show you guys what I'm looking at and why I'm thinking that, and then we'll take a look at the chart and see if there's more room to the upside. Again, I want to caution you guys right up front, this is a highly volatile stock. It's a very low market cap, so please, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence and invest carefully. So I want to show you this. The market cap of this thing is $109 million. This is even small for a small cap EV company. This is a very small company, and obviously they were even much smaller than this a week ago. However, for most of their history, they were a much larger market cap than this. I want to show you a few things that they do, and one of the things I'm going to focus on, I want to look at their batteries and their battery technology. They're an EV passenger vehicle. They make a product similar to companies like Lucid or Rivian, and those companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. This is a $100 million company. Now, they have not produced a single car yet, but the same thing was true for Lucid and Rivian a year ago. So for some reason, this stock is being treated very differently, and there may be some valid reasons to that. So I want to look at some of the downsides and some of the upsides. But the other thing that this company is, they are a battery technology company, and that in my mind actually stands to be potentially a bigger portion of their business on a going forward basis, or at least an equal portion to their passenger EV vehicles. MULN issued a letter to their shareholders last month, so I just want to go through a few of the highlights because you're going to see this stock got totally destroyed in January, February, and March of this year. And I want to show you some of the highlights from this year because nothing really bad has happened for sure, and they seem to be kind of just plugging along, if not moving in the right direction. MULN is on track to deliver the first EV cargo van fleet vehicle in Q2. MULN has successfully filed over 120 patents in 24 countries for the MULN 5 EV crossover. So this has some patented technology, and again, I think some of this has to do with the batteries that we're going to get into. Okay, here's what I really want to talk about. MULN EV battery technology. The next generation of battery technology, lithium sulfur. So we're used to having lithium ion batteries basically across the board in all these EVs. So they say lithium sulfur batteries far exceed the industry norm lithium ion batteries, especially when it comes to weight and cost advantages. Then they go through down here, 5x more energy density, 50% less cost per watt hour, exceptional safety profile, sustainably sourced and manufactured. So also one of the things this thing does is it gets away from some of these precious earth metals and move towards sulfur, which is a much more readily available supply. In addition to the lithium sulfur battery, MULN is working on another technology. EV manufacturer MULN announces progress on solid-state polymer battery pack development. So this would be a solid-state battery. This would be a game changer. There are other companies working on different types of solid state batteries. The solid state batteries get away from all of these precious earth metals that are very rare and cause supply chain issues and are not environmentally friendly. So the next leap in battery technology is assumed to be this solid state battery. However, nobody's really at the finish line yet with these, but if you read what they have to say, they seem fairly confident that these will be ready to go in 2025. I'm going to take one more quick sidetrack. This is a company called QuantumScape, and I do not want to say that these companies are apples to apples. The only thing that QuantumScape does is they are working on creating a solid-state battery. Now, they're using a bunch of different technology, so this solid-state battery is not the same as Mullen's solid-state battery, but that's the only thing this company does. They have zero revenue. They don't even have a prototype of the battery yet. So obviously they have no sales. They have no plans for sales this year or next year. They seem to be making great progress, but this company is valued at $7 billion, or 70 times the value of Mullen. So again, I'm not saying they're apples to apples and that Mullen should 70x. It just seems like there's some massive disparity. You've got to do your own due diligence. There may be some deeper reasons behind this, and again, the technology is not necessarily apples to apples. Mullen's solid state battery, they're expecting that to get 600 miles per charge. So that is a gigantic leap in battery technology, and obviously also much more environmentally friendly. I just want to read one sentence from this because they seem fairly certain that they're on track to do this. In fact, they say, "We can say with almost certainty that this technology, once implemented on the Mullen 5, will deliver over 600 miles of range on a full charge. The future is bright for Mullen Automotive." So I'm not sure where Mullen is on this. They seem to be confident. They say they can say with almost certainty. I would really do your due diligence on this. This seems like it's several years out. So a lot of what they're doing isn't happening yet. It's not happening this year. It's not necessarily happening next year. But that did not seem to hold down the market caps of a lot of the other players in this space. For whatever reason, Mullen has been beaten up. And I want to go to the chart and show you just how badly they've been beaten down. All right, I'm going to start zoomed in because I want to show you this blue line here basically goes back to the beginning of 2022. So that's just a little less than 3 months ago. So over the last 3 months, this stock is still down 45%. From its high to its low in about 2 months, this stock was down 90% just this year in 2022. So this recent run up, while it may seem extreme, it doesn't get them anywhere near back to where they were just 3 months ago. And as I showed you with the letter from the shareholders and what's going on, there's really been no bad news. There's nothing that, there was no catalyst for this to drop 90%. And you're going to see that it dropped 90% from a stock that had already been beaten up all year last year. I'm going to zoom out right now and take a look at that. All right, this is Mullen on the 1 week time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 week. You can see this is the blue line that I drew from the beginning of the year. Mullen went down 90% from this line, but you can see this blue line was just a month and a half earlier. This was in the middle of November. This was a $15 stock. So they were already down 63% prior to the time at which they went down another 90%. So this has been beaten badly, and you may say, well, this was overbought at this point, but I'm going to zoom out further and show you. This takes you back to June of 2020, so this is coming up on 2 years ago. Mullen has very consistently traded in this $13 to $15 range. You can see it's more often in this range than it is at lower points. It dipped to a very low point of about $6. That was its low. So it was bouncing between $6 and $15. All of a sudden, it cascaded to its absolute all-time low. And this stock has been trading for years. It's never been down at 50 cents. I'm going to zoom back into the 1 day time frame and just go through a couple of potential price points. Okay, the first one is just to get back to where this was trading on the first day of the year in 2022. So that was just less than 3 months ago. This stock would have to go up 86% even after the gigantic run that it's had in the last week and a half. So to me, this looks like an extremely realistic price target based on everything that I'm looking at with the company. And again, this is an early stage company and there's Their technology is not yet proven. They have no sales. So, those are a lot of strikes against them, but that's been true the whole time this company has traded. And they've never been trading at this low a number. And you can see they're down to $100 million. A lot of the new EV stocks that have come to market are somewhere around 300 or 400 or 500 times larger market cap than this. And I'm not saying that this is going to run up to those numbers, but when you put it in perspective, a 2x or a 3x does not seem unreasonable at all. If Mullen was to get back to just where it was on November 17th, so that's only 4 months ago, and again, this is nowhere near their all-time high. They've been a much higher stock than this, and they've spent a lot of time in this $15 area over the years. So this is another potential, this may be a 12 to 24 month price target type of a thing, but I believe that there's the potential to get back to this $15 or $16 range. That would be a 400% increase in the price of their stock. So please, this is not financial advice. We don't know where this is going. I don't know if their plans are going to work out, right? They're still early stage. So the key to all of this is execution. Are they going to be able to do what they say they're going to be able to do? And of course, sentiment in the stock market, because obviously this has fallen off due to people having a lack of confidence. For this to be down 90% at one point, just in 2022, people kind of left this stock for dead. It seems like they've jumped back in for now. I think there's a lot of room to the upside, but please be so careful with this one. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.